Spumco wouldn't re-emerge until 1997. Like I said earlier, John was able to keep its doors open thanks to the settlement with Nickelodeon. But once Ren and Stimpy was cancelled and that money stopped coming in, he filed a lawsuit stating that merchandising rights for the show would revert back to him. He also demanded an injunction against MTV, compensation, and $100 million in damages. The network scoffed at these claims but knew there was merit to them. Viacom announced that they and John have reached a settlement where he walked away with a few million. From 97 onward, Spumco will be pumping out a lot of stuff. I'll begin with their music videos. For each music video, I'll go into the song first, how it is, then how well the video presents it or if it changes the song's original meaning. That sort of thing. Let's start with the one for Bjork's I Miss You, off of her second album, Post. John met her backstage after a show she did. It was arranged by Eleanor Blake before she left the studio and John. They were dating back then. He drew Bjork a picture of her and she remarked that he made her look cute in it. I second that. Bjork sings about her eventual lover, describing everything about them before she even met them. Jimmy the Idiot Boy takes the role of her lover, making her description of gorgeous a little funny. The video presents us with visual representations of the lyrics when she described her lover in the way Spumco could. Thad Komrosky mentioned in Sick Little Monkeys that the animation in this video felt off. A lot of it was okay, but I noticed a few sequences that fit what he was talking about. I have a hard time describing them, just look. This 4-minute music video cost $1 million and 9 months to produce. The 8-minute Ren and Stimpy pilot, Big House Blues, cost $80,000, and the 11-minute Man's Best Friend cost $500,000. Though that's probably because this one features now dated CG effects and Bjork coming in live action at parts. But they've applied the studio style to it when you look at the lamp over there. In the bedroom where the walls were floating off, you can see stars in a night sky if you look past the warping furniture. John wore a motion capture suit to play Jimmy. The CGI Jim is awkward and inexpressive to look at during the sequence between him and Bjork. The surreal humor Spumco are known for is all over this video. This is the first appearance of everything becoming anthropomorphic that would litter future projects. There are also a few funny moments sprinkled throughout it. A monkey trying and failing to cover a naked Jimmy, and a topless Bjork with rubber nipples covering her chest as she's screaming immediately come to mind. This video made a good pairing out of John Kay and Bjork. It was filled with what you expected from Spumco, and it turned out okay despite some spotty and dated animation. We jump ahead to 2001 where they go from the eclectic Icelander to a goofy American and a great guitarist. Combined, they become Tenacious D. Jack Black had been a fan of Ren and Stimpy and wanted them to do a music video for their song Love Her Gently, off of their self-titled debut album. No, I'm not going to say the real title. This video is one of the earliest instances of flash animation. I'll go into more detail when I talk about the internet cartoons they did, but what you're seeing here cost the D $40,000. The reason you're seeing still images of it instead of footage is because the program I'm working with won't allow me to censor the nudity in this video. Jack Black has stated that the song is a PSA on sex. He'd noticed porn videos of women getting rammed and pretending to enjoy it because they're paid to do it, and thought that's a bad message to send out to kids watching them. Hey, that sounds nice. Sex should be treated as a renewal of a couple's love for one another. Of course, in typical Tenacious D fashion, whenever they set out to make something great, along the lines of the all-time greatest songs, they'd end up making them humorous. But they ended up being good anyway, and this one fit the description. The song would go on to tell the listener about how to treat a lady right in the bedroom. Jack Black's performance is impressive, as he's able to go soft to then hitting the kind of notes I wish I could do without my voice breaking at the end. The acoustic guitar and the string section that swells as it goes on is a nice contrast against the D's vulgarity. Now, the video this song is set to is in hell, We pan down several torture areas before settling on the devil going to town on one of his harlots. Black and Gas appear as angels to instruct him on how to make love. This is where the song doesn't make sense. Because why in the realm of fire and brimstone would the devil take advice from angels on how to treat a lady? I think he'd just swat them like flies and continue gouging out her innards with his third leg. So him taking notes on how to treat the harlot like a queen in the bedroom, allowing Black and Gas to take her to heaven, in both meanings of the phrase, makes no sense. It does have some humorous interpretations of the lyrics after they come in though. So yeah, a good song whose video doesn't complement it. We jump ahead one more time to 2006 for the last two music videos Spumco did. They did another for the D for the song Classico off of their second album, The Pick of Destiny, that served as the soundtrack for the movie of the same name, based on the short-lived HBO comedy series from the 90s. This movie features appearances by Meatloaf, Ronnie James Dio, and David Grohl. In the movie, when Jack met Kyle in Hollywood, busking, he got himself a crowd around as he starts playing a series of classical pieces. Jack extols his virtues to the melody of the pieces. While them coming together ends up driving the crowd away in the movie, in this video, it makes the packed theater get freaky with each other. The classical pieces are played on an acoustic guitar. Lord help me remember what they are. Like I said earlier, Tenacious D's performance makes the crowd get frisky with each other. A bunny in heat runs on stage to kiss Black. This makes a devil who makes his penis erect and have sex in a duck's ear, making her spit out an egg, and a brain with a duck bill and webbed feet pops out of it to kiss Kyle at the end. This one is a step better than Love Her Gently because it represents the song better, and it was another good pairing. We now cap off our stop on this tour through Spumco's catalog with Weird Al Yankovic, with the video for his song Close But No Cigar off of his 2006 album Straight Outta Linwood. The album then includes songs like White and Nerdy, Canadian Idiot, and Trapped in the Drive-Thru. The song tells the story of a man falling in love with 3 separate women. Weird Al goes on about the ways they make him feel and is so happy to be around them, until he finds one minute thing about them that's a deal breaker for him. Whether it's using a word incorrectly, a questionable taste in movies, or if one part of them is a little too big. At these discoveries, he tosses those ladies out of his life. The song is a stylistic parody of the band Cake. I haven't listened to enough Cake to comment on how well Weird Al captured the feel of the band on this song, but it sounds fun. As always, Spumco humorously interprets the lyrics, with Cigarettes the Cat playing the role of the guy who meets all the women and tosses them aside at the smallest flaw. But in this case, those women are lucky. I mean, Cigarettes was using Janet's butt as a bongo and hugging Julie's waist, making hers expand. Outside of their appearance, they're all lookers, but I found Janet to be my favorite. They didn't have many other things about them, except for Julie, who was described as a world-famous billionaire bikini supermodel astrophysicist. I think that last one was added so Weird Al had something to rhyme with list. Also, one of those things doesn't match up with the others. This is a question I'm asking all of you. Can you make more money as a bikini supermodel or as an astrophysicist? Comment down below. Close But No Cigar is a more fruitful partnership than the ladies with Cigarettes. But what did you expect? The latter never works out.